The IGRF World Championships take place every second year, and during 2017 it was hosted by Ireland. Ireland is currently the small bore and centre fire standard team world champions. The 2019 IGRF World Championships was awarded to South Africa and will be presented by SA Hunters and Game Conservation Association. Santrafie 58, a branch of SA Hunters situated in Welkom in the Free State Province, was appointed to host this event. The championships will take place at the Excalibur Shooting Range on the outskirts of Welkom. SA Hunters and the organisation committee prepared Excalibur Range to meet the requirements of the IGRF. Excalibur Shooting Range is 35 years old and is also the range where the annual SA Hunters National Sport Shooting Competition takes place. The table is set for the competitors to compete for the different world titles, and the clubhouse has also been upgraded for our guests to enjoy South African hospitality.
It's funny, if we didn't have to go home, we'd probably stay.
Today is Sunday, the 27th of October 2019, and we have an international range day for all the competitors to sight their rifles and test their ammunition. It is a typical sunny South African day, and while some competitors are on the range, others are enjoying South African hospitality with the local club members.
To all our visitors, and especially the international people from Great Britain, Germany, Australia, Ireland, and the South African teams.
The President of SA Hunters, Mr. Carl Arnold, delivers his welcoming speech.
Championship shooting competition. I trust that we will not let you down and that we will meet and exceed your expectations.
The CEO of SA Hunters, Mr. Fred Comfer, welcomes all the guests and thanks the managing committee for all the preparations of the facilities to present the World Championships. Mr. Comfer thanks Santrafie 58 as the hosting branch of the association for their massive contribution towards the World Championships.
Last but not least, I'm going to mention the name of Michelle and her husband, Andre. Is that correct? From here, incredible stalwarts of this branch of Sand River of the SA Hunters, who worked so hard to make this event possible, and all those who will work to make it a memorable event. Ladies and gents, it's now my privilege to call to the podium the chairman of the IGRF, Mr. Dale Foster.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a long road to get here. 10 years of the South Africans being in the IGRF. I think over those years we've seen some wonderful developments. We've started a World Championship Series. We've had the first event was in England, then it moved to Germany. In 2017, the Irish hosted, they did a wonderful job with it as well. And I think now we're continually raising the bar with this wonderful area we have now, the superb range complex. And once again, I can only thank the organisers, Andre, Michelle, SA Hunt Sport Shooting, for their support in developing this centre to what it is now. And it will be not only be a venue for our current World Championships, but a legacy for the rest of South Africa for national and hopefully further international events in the future. Thank you very much for all you from overseas who have taken the long and no doubt expensive trip to come down here. I know we've had a few hiccups in the road, but we've managed to get those sorted in time, and hopefully everything will now run smoothly. What I would say to you all is, over the next 4 days, enjoy your shooting, shoot safely, shoot well, and please, everybody, leave this range complex with only the same amount of holes in your bodies that nature intended. Thank you very much.
Guests enjoy the rest of the evening before the commencement of the championships. Today is Monday the 28th October 2019 and the first day of the 2019 IGRF World Championships. It is a beautiful sunny day with a slight welcoming breeze, and all the gallery rifle disciplines are being shot on the various ranges. The limited bolt action and 5.685 sporting rifle disciplines are taking place on the 300-meter rifle range. The limited bolt action discipline, which belongs to the IGRF, is being shot for the first time as part of the World Championships. The 5.685 discipline is being presented with the authorization of the NRA UK. As the day progresses, the wind becomes stronger and the heat intensifies, challenging the competitors.
100 meters, 5 shots with a bipod. Is the line ready? The line is ready. Stand by.
Good afternoon. I'm Antoinette Kritzinger from Karedo in the Eastern Cape. I want to say it's very hot first. We enjoyed it. We just finished off with the gallery rifle shooting. I'm in the shooting for more than 30 years, and I will really recommend it for anybody who want to relax and enjoy it, because this is a real relaxing sport, and you can get your mind off anything when you're on the shooting range, and that's it.
Hello, my name is Dale Foster and I'm the current chairman of the IGRF, which is the International Gallery Rifle Federation. And I'd like to welcome you to the 2019 World Championships being held here in sunny South Africa at the Excalibur Shooting Range at Welkom in the Free State.
It is Tuesday, 29th October 2019. a slightly cooler day, and the individual competitions continue throughout the day. We are very privileged to have well-trained and experienced range officers to make this event successful. A special thanks to Stephen Birchall, all the way from the UK, who is assisting as the Chief Range Officer on the Lapua SK range.
Right, I'd like to introduce you to British shooter Steve Lamb, who can now explain who he is and where he comes from and shoots for.
Hi, thanks Dale. I shoot with Aldershot Rifle and Pistol Club in the UK, and I'm a member of the GB squad, and I'll be shooting in the centre fire team on Thursday. I think I've been with the squad now for over 10 years, so I'm what they call a veteran.
How are you finding this competition? Are you enjoying it?
Yes, it's really well set up. We came quite early on. We shot the Nationals before this competition, and the range is absolutely superb. It's been really set up well. The facilities are first class, and the range officers are well briefed, and we've had no problems whatsoever. It's been a super shoot.
Hello, my name is Mike Kelly. I'm from Donegal in Ireland. This is my son, Oisín Kelly. He's not going to talk too much, he's a bit shy, but Oisín just shot a TP1 in Classic there. Had a very good score for the first time, never shot it before. I just shot a TP1 in Standard. A bit scrappy, but we got through it. But overall, the championship has been good, and great weather that we're not used to. We're more used to rain than sunshine, so we're enjoying the weather for a change in our winter and your summer, and we're having a good time. I've been shooting for 10 years. 10 years now. Took up shooting very late after I couldn't play football no more, too old. So took up shooting then, but I'm starting my son early. He's only 13 years of age and he's starting to shoot. Start young. Start young, don't start old. Because when you're young, everything's easy learned. You can learn when you're young. When you're old, it gets harder. But everybody enjoys it, and that's part of it too.
Good morning, my name's Don Robinson. I'm from Australia, and I'm the National Discipline Chairman for Gallery Rifle. I've been shooting gallery rifle for about 5.5 years now, and I became the National Chairman in July of this year. We only have centrefire rifles in Australia, as the small bore rifles are not permitted for competitions back in Australia. Anyone who's just starting in gallery rifle, there's quite a few of us that have been doing it for a few years. Come and talk to us. We are only too happy to give you any hints and tips that we can for you to enjoy your shooting and to become proficient at gallery rifle.
During the 2019 IGRF AGM, a proposal was approved to develop the youth in the Federation. South Africa grabbed this opportunity and decided to present the 25-meter precision discipline to the junior members of the SA Hunters. 10 juniors were invited as part of their development process to partake in a 25-meter precision match during the championships. The organizers of the event arranged that international guests make groups with the juniors to also compete as teams.
Hello, I'm Annelies Wissels. I'm from Welkom in the Free State. I've been training since I was 8 years old, 2012, and I've just shot the 25-meter precision shoot. Any advice I could give to new shooters is just you should trust in the Lord, and even if you're not shooting that well now, you should just practice hard, and in the future you will get what you work for.
It's an honor to have my friends with us. They share the same passion. I've got with me the chairman of the IGRF, who is passionate about youth development. It was one of his initiatives that he wrote up and said that we have to have an international development program in the IGRF to develop shooters and young shooters to be able to represent us one day when we're sitting in the old age home. Right. Right, in the third position, Australia. Thank you. Right, in second, South Africa. Thanks for Say hello, everybody.
Hi, my name's Stephen Bushnell. I'm one of the ROs here, and here's some of my colleagues. I'm just going to go down the line and just give your name and whereabouts you're from.
I'm Gerry de Bruin, I'm from Welkom.
Freddy van Vieren, I'm also from Welkom.
I'm Arno Roux, I'm from Botawil.
Pieter Erasmus from Welkom.
Boetie Kirschners, Kempton Park.
Hendrik Dreyer from Pretoria.
So we've got a lot of shooters here over this weekend. Has there been any particular countries that have been outstanding so far?
Well, I don't know what to say, but I think the South Africans are doing good, and the Irish are really doing it another way. So even on the classic 1500, the Irish did real good today. So good groupings, and I won't take them on a gunfight.
So compared to other competitions in South Africa, your nationals, things like that, what has been the preparation for this World Championships?
Well, I think most of them has been preparing lots in all divisions. I think the 1500 was the main event for myself. I think they did very well in that.
And with regards to other competitions, obviously you have your nationals here. With the World Championships, has there been anything in particular that you have had to do to prepare for this?
Well, Stephen, I think you should be one of the guys that knows this. But if you say do 100,000 shots just for nationals, I think you will do 300,000 or 400,000 just for being on the internationals. I think it's a very strict program they're on. and I think they are working very, very hard to get where they are.
And how have the teams been towards yourselves? Have they been quite friendly and welcoming themselves?
The best team, I think, is the Australians. They like South Africans. They like meat. So yeah, and I think that's the best team, I think, for myself.
Yeah, all the competitors have been very grateful for the services of the range officers, and they've been displaying very good manners and thanking us after the shoots, and really appreciative of that.
And have you come across any problems with the international teams that you don't normally get with local teams at all?
No, in fact there was no problems on the range. It was all went well. Everybody enjoyed it. Like they say, they're very friendly. All of them. There was no one that you can separate from the rest. They were all very friendly.
And would any of you like to give a final message to anyone who's thinking of coming to the Excalibur range at all?
Yes, if you want to come, I haven't seen a lot of ranges all over the world, but I've seen a lot of ranges in South Africa. And if you want to come to one of the best planned, and one of the most lively folks, you can hear what the noises at the back is. It's not a lot of guys that's moaning and groaning about stuff. It's a lot of people that are happy to be here. And yes, come to Excalibur and come and enjoy Northern Free State hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm from South Australia. This is my first trip to Africa, and so far it has been absolutely the most welcoming of all the national and international competitions I've ever been to. So I'm really pleased. Not only that, I shot pretty well today, so I'm really happy.
So what competitions have you been in today?
I shot the Classic 1500 and I shot the Open TMP, so I was really happy. It was a good shoot, lovely day, not too hot, and we really enjoyed ourselves.
So is that 357 or 44 calibers?
No, 357. A bit easier to transport and easier to move around the country on weight restrictions. So 357 does mean I'm happy with that.
And do you mainly shoot under lever, centre fire, or do you also shoot 2.2 small bore?
No, unfortunately where I come from we have restrictions, but I do shoot centre fire and in 357. But no, I'd love to be able to shoot small bore, but unfortunately no, we can't do that.
Okie dokie. And how does this place compare to other sites that you've been to, other ranges that you've been to, other countries?
Look, I've shot in America a couple of times. I've been very fortunate to visit there and shoot in national American competitions and interstate in Australia and Pacifica. But I would have to say this really rates at one of the best run and the most friendliest of all of the competitions in the world.
So would you say the Ranger of Welkom has kind of set the bar high for future World Championship shoots?
I really would say that. I would agree with that. Good on you, South Africa. You have done really well.
Yep, so my name is John and I'm from Adelaide, South Australia. Mainly shoot gallery rifle. We also shoot silhouette over there. First time overseas to shoot a world championship. I have shot one in Australia before, but it was a long time ago. But the range is well set up. Everything's well organised, and it's been a great time so far. The whole time I've been here.
So out of all the different competitions, you got 1500, time position 1, multi-target, precision. Do you have a favourite competition out of those two?
Probably the one we shoot the most common is the 1500, but that's only because it's the most recognised world shoot, I suppose. So.
Yeah. And is that the same with yourself?
Oh, absolutely. The 1500 is really the benchmark when it comes to gallery competition. we all work hard to achieve the best in that competition.
And here we are with some more of the Irish team. If you just like to introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Mike O'Grady.
Jeff Keogh.
And whereabouts in Ireland are you from?
I'm from Clare.
I'm from Wexford, it's down in the southeast.
And is there a particular discipline that you shoot, or do you shoot both disciplines?
I'm mostly shooting small bore gallery rifle at the moment, but I'm looking at getting into the centrefire as soon as possible.
What drew you more to the small bore instead of the centrefire?
I think for most lads starting out, everyone generally starts with a 22. It's a natural thing, and once you go to competition, you see lads like Jeff here, Daniel Flaherty, Len Regans, Mike Nesters, they all have their centrefires. You see the other disciplines that lads are able to partake in, and it's a natural thing to want to emulate that and to progress onto teams eventually.
Yeah, and yourself, do you shoot more small bore or centrefire?
Mostly centrefire. I would have started off as a pistol shooter, travelling to the pistol events, and then the rifle matches would have been a side event. But I ended up leaning more towards the centrefire gallery rifle there a few years back. But I enjoy partaking in all events, and I took up there lately target shotgun, which is target shotgun in Ireland is starting to turn into a big thing. But I'd partake in any events that I got the opportunity to take part in.
And what calibre of underlever do you fire?
I have a 38 at the moment. I have two 38s at the moment. Just ammunition is just that bit. I used to shoot a 44, but 44 is a bit hard to get in Ireland. 38 is more readily accessible, so I converted back to 38. I find the two of them about running par and par, but when it comes down to the very small margins of error, a 44 could gauge in, whereas a 38 wouldn't. So there would be a bit of a score advantage in having a 44, but you just have to make do with what you can get.
That's wonderful. And again, for people who are thinking of getting into the sport, how would you suggest to them in Ireland to get into this type of shooting?
Definitely, as has been said before, the club event is where you need to start. You're going to deal with a variety of different disciplines. You're going to see pistol shooters, you're going to see centrefire and small bore, you're going to see rifle shooting, centrefire and small bore, and you're going to see some shotgun, as Jeff has said, that's taken off greatly at the moment in Ireland. Once you start at your club, you get a bit of confidence, and lads will push you to partake in national competitions, and once you step into national competitions, there's always the allure of getting onto a team. So you get out, you represent your country, do the best you can, and participate with pride.
And is this your first time to South Africa for both of you?
Definitely for me.
I've been to South Africa before, about 5 years ago, on my honeymoon actually, but no, it's a lovely country. I'm glad to be back, and maybe someday I'll get the opportunity to come back again.
So, with your honeymoon, were you in this area, or was it a different area of South Africa you were in?
A bit more south. We were in Cape Town, and then would have travelled to Stellenbosch and on the Garden route, and would have finished up in Port Elizabeth, where we'd done a bit of a safari there. So for a while, it was very enjoyable.
And is there any particular competition that you guys have enjoyed shooting more while you have been here?
For me, I'm particularly partial to the small bore multi-target. That's always been one of my favourites, but the main competition that all shooters are going to go back to is the 1500. Whether that's in small bore or centrefire, everyone's here for the centrefire, or for the 1500.
And that's small bore, and for centrefire, do you have a favourite particular competition?
No, I just really enjoyed the whole centrefire gallery rifle competition with the lever actions. I took up recently the classic event, which is now on schedule here. So I find the classic event very enjoyable because it brings it back to the very basics of shooting. So there's no scope involved. It's really old school. So it's a bit of classic involved as well as the gallery. So I find that very enjoyable at the moment. But I'll definitely keep with the standard gallery rifle, and the target shotgun's going well for me this weekend.
During these championships, various target shotgun shooting disciplines are being presented. A special word of thanks to Dean Parker and his team from Ireland that organized and are managing the shotgun disciplines. These disciplines are also a first for South Africa. Members of the gallery teams have found this appealing and have entered to compete in these matches. The last part of the limited bolt action and 5-6-8-5 disciplines in the team events are being finalized. As the day ends and the shades are getting longer, competitors are busy shooting their last disciplines in their individual gallery rifle events. Today is Thursday, 31st October 2019, the fourth and last day of the championships. Competitors are preparing to partake in the final stage of the individual, limited bolt action and 5-6-8-5 disciplines. Only the top 20 will compete for the individual world champion title. Range officers are being briefed for the last time before the IGRF 1500 team matches are shot. The time has arrived to determine the new IGRF Team World Champions in Gallery Rifle Small Bore and Gallery Rifle Centerfire Standard. Looking at the individual scores achieved during the past 3 days, we can most certainly expect very high scores from the teams. The results will be revealed at the prize giving later tonight. Guests arrive at the prize giving function and there is an excited atmosphere. Who will be crowned the 2019 World Champions? Andre van Heerden, Vice President Shooting Matters, and Nick Root, Sport Shooting Manager of SA Hunters, welcome the guests as they arrive.
Multi-target enterprise fantastic. In third place, Nico Roots, South Africa 113. And the world champion team for 2019 in South Africa.
It was a very well presented evening, and it's lovely. Thank you very much for the effort you put in. And then I have a special thanks to Taff. Taff was the person who trained us 9 years ago in South Africa. That's when we started with gallery, basically. So Taff, you did a very good job. Thank you. And then to all our international visitors and participants, thank you very much. It was so nice to have you all here. You know, if you want to play, you need your friends to play and enjoy the playing as well. So I hope you people enjoyed the competition, that you enjoyed South Africa, and those of you who are going to stay longer, that you are going to enjoy it. So thank you for everybody who came to us and compete against us. Thank you very much. We enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the range we are competitive, but once again we will leave as friends. And I think that's one of the wonders of our sport. Even though we can seriously compete, in the end, all the medals and everything will be forgotten. The friendships will be held dearly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for turning up and enjoying this competition. I know there are some of you who are very eager to get to your beds, and there are some of us who are very eager to get back to the bar. So I don't want to keep you for too long. Now that all has been and done, I think there's only one thing left to say. I'm going to say it in Afrikaans, so for our international guests, find the nearest South African and they'll translate for you. So I would say, for now, until the next Worlds in 2021, Barnes Pfeiler.